What's up, Gage Nation? Welcome to What If Taco won Season 1, Part 8. It's been a bit. I'll explain why this has taken so long at the end of the video, but for now, let's just get right into it. However, before we do get into it, I wanted to explain the decision I made in Part 6. So with Yin Yang's elimination, some people address being shocked, especially due to Miphone's viewer voting immunity that he has in the normal timeline. But in this timeline, I'm going to say that Miphone is too focused on the interesting dynamics within the game, so he ends up forgetting about that viewer voting idea, at least for now. Where that leads, you guys will just have to wait and see. Cabby rolls over to the contestants as Miphone begins to explain how Cabby's entrance into the game will work.
So, the team that wins the next challenge will not only get to avoid the elimination, but you will also get Cabby on your team.
The challenge in question is a trivia contest since, you know, Cabby knows all the answers and Miphone thought it would be funny. Taco, Paper, and OJ, being OG contestants, crushed this trivia contest, especially since the three of them had made it so far. However, as the other team members are going, Paper turns to Taco.
Hey, Taco? OJ and I were thinking...
Is Cabby really worth fighting for?
While I understand your concern, I would rather accumulate the extra strength than let them gain a member while we lose another.
OJ and Paper nod, and as the challenge continues, it comes down to one final question. Taco versus Balloon.
Who quit Season 2?
Marshmallow!
Miphone sits in shock, trying to process. He thought only Balloon would know that answer as he was not aware of Taco working with Mike. However, due to them calling it out so soon, Miphone didn't know which one had won. So as any logical person, he decided to spin a wheel. As the wheel spun, the contestants watched as it landed on Taco's team, the Yellow Surprise. Quick pause, actually. I realized I never named these new teams, so Taco's team, or Team 1 as I called them, is Yellow Surprise, while Team 2 is the New Pinkers. Back to the what if. Cabby rolls up to Taco, and Taco prepares for the worst until...
I'm sorry.
After Cabby's apology, the two decided to discuss a little more openly, and Taco and Cabby seemed to come to some kind of settlement. Neither side harbored any more distrust for the other, and they decided to start anew, as if nothing had ever happened. Later that night, Nickel receives the boot, much to Balloon's dismay. However, the next day before the challenge, Pickle and Balloon decide to talk to Taco and her main alliance.
Are you sure this is the best move, Balloon?
Well, no, but it's the move I think is best for us to make. The merge has to be soon, and the more people we align ourselves with, the better.
Pickle and Balloon arrive, and they discuss with Tea Kettle, Bot, Taco, and Cabby regarding an alliance forming come merge. The group bounces around for a bit before agreeing that would be the best move. Unbeknownst to the group, however, Miphone overheard their agreement and took notes for later that day. That afternoon, Miphone approached the contestants.
So, I know I just switched the teams up, but we're breaking them up.
The crowd murmurs, and Balloon shoots Pickle a smug look, to which the latter rolls his eyes. Miphone announces the next contest, which is the same one seen in episode 11 of Invitational. I think in this challenge, Paper would have a similar moment to Yin Yang in the original, where he accidentally snaps and yells at his inanimate. While OJ has a deep desire to take Taco down, he notices Paper's sadness since his inanimate ran away, and he decides to give his inanimate to Paper, much like Cabby did for Yin Yang. Bot, as per usual, lies about their inanimate running away, which gives the group a normal 8-person tournament. The matchups for round 1 go as follows: Taco versus Paintbrush, Paper versus Tea Kettle, Cabby versus Pickle, and Silver Spoon versus Balloon. Out of these matchups, I believe Taco will best Paintbrush, Paper will manage to beat Tea Kettle, although it will be close, Cabby would beat Pickle, and Silver Spoon would barely beat Balloon, but brag about it as if he stomped him. Round 2 will go as follows: Taco versus Paper, and Silver Spoon versus Cabby. Taco versus Paper would be an intense fight, but I feel Taco would come out on top, as Paper at this point has not fully grown into a position in which he is comfortable with being a leader. This, combined with Taco's strategic approach, would spell an L for Paper. Silver Spoon versus Cabby would be close, but much like Tootsie Wootsy's fight against Nickel Jr. in the original, brute force will beat out over Cabby's strategy. The main reason I believe this is because I believe Cabby's strategy would still lean on offense rather than defense, or making Silver Spoon make mistakes. This leaves us with a final round of Taco versus Silver Spoon. Taco had been watching the matches closely, studying Silver Jr.'s, formerly Nickel Jr. in the OG timeline's fighting style, and Silver Spoon's leadership. As such, she enters the ring with Silver Spoon with a clear plan in mind. You may have won before, but you've met your end, Taco. No strategy can beat a pure royal beatdown.
Oh, we'll see about that.
Silver Jr. lunges forwards, but Taco's inanimate, who for your sake let's say is Sprinkles too, also launches forward. But at the last moment spins to the side, catching Silver Jr. off guard. Using the ropes at the side of the arena, Sprinkles too launches at Silver Jr. and in one swift strike, defeats him.
So, was that your so-called royal beatdown?
Silver groans, storming off, and Taco had won immunity. To discuss the voting at this point, Taco and her alliance would all agree to get Silver Spoon out, I'd think. Paintbrush, OJ, and Paper would have an alliance with Silver Spoon. They planned to try and get Balloon out and convince people in Taco's alliance to get him out. The main reason being that they see Balloon as the glue of the team. Without him, they'll fall apart. Paintbrush, however, does not like Silver's attitude, so they will vote with Taco's alliance secretly. Out of Taco's alliance, however, Tea Kettle pulls Pickle aside to discuss. Tea Kettle explains that she's unhappy with how Balloon has been acting recently, and thinks that he may become a danger to the team if he stays around. As such, she tries to convince Pickle to be on their side, but Pickle is unsure. OJ and Paper attempt to help sway Pickle to vote against and hurt Taco, but Pickle's feelings are extremely conflicted regarding those feelings with Taco. When it's time for voting, Mifune reads the votes.
First vote, Balloon. Second vote, Silver Spoon. Third vote, Silver Spoon. Silver Spoon. Silver Spoon. That's 4 votes Silver Spoon, 1 vote Balloon. 5 votes left. 6th vote, Balloon. 7th vote, Balloon. 8th vote, Balloon. We're all tied. 4 votes Silver Spoon, 4 votes Balloon, 2 votes left. 9th vote, Silver Spoon. The 13th person with the Unanimous Insanity Invitational, Silver Spoon.
OJ angrily glares at Pickle and Tea Kettle, spouting that he knew that they couldn't trust him, and Taco looks at them confused. OJ stomps away with Paper lagging behind as Silver Spoon is punted. Later that night, Taco is sitting alone, her mind running through the challenge, and she begins to wonder who truly is on her side. Her mind races and races before being interrupted by...
Hey,
Pickle?
can I talk to you?
Sure.
The two walk away from their group's camp in front of Taco's cave and take a walk around the island. After multiple minutes of silence, Pickle speaks up.
Why?
Why what?
Why did you leave? What happened?
I think that I expected to feel something when I won. Something good. But instead I felt lost.
But why hide?
I felt that I had to act a certain way to fit in, to win, and I needed to get away from the game to escape that emotional prison. But I should have told you instead of leaving you in the dark, and I'm sorry.
I admit, my feelings are conflicted right now. I don't know if I can forgive you just yet.
That's understandable.
But you don't need to hide who you are. All that does is hurt yourself and others.
Thanks, Pickle.
The two look at each other a little longer before the silence is broken.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, but I have a proposition for you and your team.
Taco and Pickle look back at each other and then back at Paintbrush. And that is where we will leave off for now. Part 9 will come soon. Sooner than this one, which took 2 months? I do want to make it clear though, college is very busy as it is my first semester, and I also have to factor in my voice actors' schedules. I do think that with winter break coming and then eventually summer break, those 2 months will be the big content posting times. October and December have and will be tough due to midterms and finals, and I apologize sincerely for any inconvenience this causes. I do think that since this was my first college semester, I'm still working out some kinks and finding out what schedule best works for me. I think come spring and then next fall, I will have a much better schedule that will be much more balanced and allow me to do YouTube more often. And in that case, you guys will probably see me stream more and make what ifs more. And I want to make more what ifs than just Taco. Thanks again for 4K, by the way. I'm sorry that I've been so gone, but thank you guys a lot. It means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys again soon. I might be seeing you later this week for another what if that's not Taco related. See you guys next Tuesday for part 9.